Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to be taking a very quick look at the Kill Team Typhon box set as a box review. I'm going to tell you all about the contents inside of it, what I think is good, what I think is bad, and do I think you should purchase it, which is of course a personal option. You can decide the information at the end of this video if it's for you or not. So without further ado, let's dive in and check out this box. Okay, so this is the Kill Team Typhon box set itself. As you can see, it's a beautiful box set as per usual. The Kill Team stuff usually knocks it out of the park when it comes to set design and models inside of it and so on. As you can see, you do get a fair amount of bits and pieces with the Kill Team box set itself. One of the things I find a little bit strange with this particular set is no board. There's no playing surface with this one. And this isn't an expansion or anything. This is an actual full-on new Kill Team. So I thought it would have a kill zone, which would be more like, you know, like the building streets and stuff like that you could put the buildings down on from the previous Kill Team sets you got, and then it'd have it like kind of overgrown with some of the Tyranid spores and that stuff, so that all this scenery would match in really well. I thought that was really cool, and I only noticed it did not have a kill zone board when I cracked it open to set it up. I was literally taking everything out of the box to line it up. I've been building the models for the last 2 days, and without missing a beat, I was like, there surely is a board in here. And I went looking for it and there wasn't. Look, the box doesn't include one. So I thought that was quite strange. But then again, a lot of people don't play Kill Team with those boards. Let's be honest. No one really is a big fan of the cardboard fold out kind of boards, board game boards, if you know what I mean. I know I have so many of them, but if I can avoid playing on them, I do. Main reason for me is I really dislike the way dice sound rolling on them. I know that sounds stupid, but that's just me. These neoprene mats that my surface is on, they feel the best to roll dice on. So if I can get a kill zone sized mat that's made of this, I will definitely use that every single time. But anyway, that's one bizarre thing I saw. Let's move on to the other thing. So you do get the usual accompaniment of stuff. This is the cardboard box, which contains things like the book, instructions, and then obviously you get all of your beautiful tokens for your Tyranids. Some of them are really, really cool Tyranid wise. And then obviously you get your Battleclade Mechanicum style stuff. You get cards for the Mechanicum stuff, the Battleclades and the Tyranid thing, and then obviously for this particular mission Kill Team Typhon and mission cards and stuff like that. So you get some paperwork. You obviously get your clear and concise instructions. Instructions have come on a long way since I was a wee nipper, so they're really good. Everything's got the alternate building, what guide you want to build, X, Y, Z, build a green one, build a blue one for whatever result you want to get. So instructions are great as usual. I did get sent, I think by mistake, 2 Mechanicum transfer sheets. I will not complain. I'm a big fan of transfer sheets, but you do get a Mechanicum transfer sheet. Not really sure what you're supposed to use them for, as in nowhere on any of these models do I see space for transfers. So 2 free Mechanicum transfer sheets. We shan't complain about that. Okay, but let's go on to the meat and potatoes of what this video is, and which is the miniatures. What do we think of the Kill Team Typhon miniature set? Do we think it's worth it for the purchase, or do you think you should give it a miss? When I say worth it, I just mean like you personally. It's not exactly a monetary thing, because I have no idea how much this box set's going to cost. In around the same as the last one, I presume. But it is broken down usually into 3 sections, which is gang, scenery, gang. But this time it's actually broken down to 4 things, because there's gang, scenery, gang, extra models. And I'll talk about the extra models in a minute. So first it starts with the Battleclade set, which is the new Mechanicum boys. You obviously get the guy who's controlling all of the servitors. You get the actual boss himself, who's quite an interesting piece of bulbous Mechanicum dude himself. He's really cool. I really like the look of this guy in particular. I just think he's got a really nice shape and nice aesthetic. He looks like he's going to be really fun to paint. So big fan of him, a nice tech priest. And then you do get 6 normal servitors. If you buy this set and you don't want to have this Kill Team, you obviously get the options inside to construct them as 6 normal servitors and use them in other games or 40k for other armies and stuff like that. So they have broken up like combat servitors, which have the claws and the small guns, and gun servitors, which now carry the heavy weapons. They used to be on the same kind of frame, and by frame I mean like a human body would be, you know, a normal male 6 foot tall. They would be the same thing. These are heavy servitors, are the gun servitors. Obviously they're much bigger, much bulkier than their smaller cousins. And like I say, you get 2 of them and they can stomp around with some heavy weapons. They give you 2 heavy bolter ends if you want them to both have heavy bolters, or one of them gets the extra graviton gun or whatever you call it. You don't get 2 of those, which I found bizarre. You can't have both, so one guy can have a heavy bolter, one guy can have a special gun, or if you just want to hear the clatter of bolt rounds down the corridor, you can just build them both with bolt guns if you want. They're also interchangeable. You don't have to make that decision a hard choice. They just slot into these little ends, and then you can kind of go from there. So quite cool. Obviously a bunch of different ones. Like, I think he's supposed to be like a, if it'd focus for me, I think he's supposed to be like the medic, which is, he's half like mechanic, half medic, to keep servers up and running. So he's one of my favorites as well. He's really cool. So really nice set. Mechanicum are one of those things that I like the idea of Mechanicum, but I'm not a big fan of painting them. So I'm not overly pushed on this as a gang, but that's neither here nor there. It's obviously a personal choice as to whether or not you like these guys and you want to do them yourself. I'd love to know in the comments how many people are excited by the Mechanicum style gang in this set, and how many people are not interested in them at all. Obviously we move on to the scenery. Now for me, who is a massive Tyranid fan, I've got 10,000 points fully painted now. Having access to plastic Tyranid scenery is fantastic. Even if it's just kind of like a little bit of scatter terrain, it's still absolutely staggering, and I cannot wait to get some paint on these bits and pieces to show you guys how awesome they actually can be. And obviously I'm going to paint them to match my army. I think it's going to look really cool. So there's crazy big things like, I don't know, spore sacks or whatever, and then he's got all these crazy chimneys which have extra bits and pieces going on in them. I think it's really cool. I would love a second full set of this. I would like this by 2. And like, I think a really useful way of using this was for something like, let's say, like a boarding patrol or boarding action style table for Kill Team, where you have all the walls on a ship. So someone is investigating the loss of a ship. They show up to a ship, breach it, go down the corridors, and suddenly they find that the ship is infested with all this kind of crazy stuff growing out of the walls and stuff like that. I think that'd be really cool to mix in those 2 kill zones together and make a really thematic board. So I'm a big fan of them. They're even a little bit more versatile than you think. If we take this piece, for instance, obviously it's a standalone kind of smokestacky piece, which is really cool. But then if you take they've designed it so the chimney sits on top of it, makes it extra tall. So the fact that you get 2 of these won't matter. They won't match each other at all anymore because obviously the chimney's on top of that. So I just thought that as an extra little touch was quite clever. Once again, it's another piece you do not have to glue. You can leave it off and on for different missions. I love that very much. We move on to the Tyranid gang, which is of course Raveners. We've been needing some new plastic Raveners for Tyranids for quite a long time now. I knew it was only a matter of time, and of course Kill Team is the perfect place to launch this gang. Every single one of these particular Raveners is kitted out to be a Kill Team model, so they're like special operatives, they've got special abilities and all those kind of bits and pieces. You do, like the servitors, have the full options in there to just create these as 5 normal Raveners. And I was very tempted to do that so I could play them in normal games of 40k. Until I realized that I can just play them in normal 40k as it is and say that they're 5 Raveners. Who cares if they have a few extra arms or a wazzy funky like crown set of antenna or stuff like that. They can just be Raveners anyway. So I did that. This guy especially is my favorite. I cannot wait to paint him. He's going to be my Kill Team Tyranid video they're going to be doing next week. He's obviously got the cool big fin head. I love fin heads. Ever since I got skinks back in the day for my Lisbon army, I love those kind of heads. So cool. Cannot wait to paint him. I think he's so imposing and so impressive looking. So although we waited quite a long time for plastic Raveners, I thoroughly love the result of what we got with them. So yes from these. Big yes. Love them. So can't wait to paint them. Now these are NPOs. NPOs, which I think stands for non-playing operatives. Maybe I'm wrong. I couldn't find it in the book properly. Originally, I thought they were just part of the Tyranid Kill Team, but they are not. There's in fact a whole chart, I think it's on page 55, showing you the other NPO options that you have. Where's the pages? 55. There we go. So these are the NPO data cards, and these are the other things you have access to. So you can have Barbagons, Termagons, Hormagons, Von Rhines, Leapers, and Raveners. So they can all participate in the game in specific missions. You can add in extra models to fight with or fight against. I'm not 100% sure. But it's a cool option for them to have, and it's an interesting thing that they decided to just throw them in the box. Obviously, you've seen that there's 5 options, and they just, here, have some Hormagaunts and a Ripper Swarm. Go for it. So I shan't complain. Like I said, I'm a Tyranid player, so all of the Hormagaunts that I can possibly get my hands on will be greedily taken up, built and painted and deployed in game. So if you have some Barb-Gaunts, some Von Rhein's Leapers, stuff like that, you can also make the games inside Kill Team Typhon even more interesting and have more replayability with the kind of maps and stuff that you get in there. So that is the content of the Kill Team box set. My final verdict is that if you are buying this, if you're thinking about buying this and not planning on playing Kill Team, then if you're a Mechanicum player, I don't think it's worth it. You just wait until this gang comes out separately and then you purchase that for 40 quid or whatever and you're fine. If you're a Tyranid player, however, I think this is definitely worth it. Even if you're not a Kill Team player, I would purchase this to get my hands on this. If I could get a second copy of this and a shot, I potentially would. Like I said, I want 2 sets of the scenery. There's no harm having more Raveners, and obviously Hormagaunts are always welcome. So yeah, I think this is definitely worth it for Tyranid players. I cannot wait to get these Kill Teams painted up and on the battlefield and play some games set inside Kill Team Typhon, because I am quite a big Kill Team fan. I haven't missed a single Kill Team, Kill Zone, or any of the Kill Team expansions so far. I love them to the death, and I think the game is absolutely incredible. So that is my final verdict on Kill Team. If you like Kill Team, get the box. If you like Tyranids, get the box. If you're just buying it from Mechanicum, I'd wait and just get them separately. So yeah, hopefully that, guys, was informational and you guys have learned a little something from it. If you have, make sure you do the usual things: like, comment, subscribe, check out Patreon for extra content, and I will see you in the next videos. Oh, as a little PS at the end of the video, I will be doing 3 separate videos for this box set kind of next week and the week after. I'll do an individual video for the Mechanicum dudes, an individual video for painting up the scenery, and an individual video for painting up the Ravener. So we'll have an entire playlist for Kill Team Typhon, how to get this all painted up. So if you do decide to purchase it, you can come back to me and I'll help you guys paint it up. Okay, that's all I got to say. Thank you so much. Peace out.